Hi, my name is Karen and I teach math at Brook High School. I've been using the PDSA process since the 2021-2022 school year, and this is how I've used it in my classroom. Well, first of all, I'm blessed to be a part of the M3T program in the state of West Virginia. It stands for Mountaineer Mathematics Master Teachers. It's a group of 44 math teachers that work together with the goal in mind of trying to increase the number of students doing math in their classes. We're led by two phenomenal people, and they have introduced us to the PDSA process. It stands for Plan, Do, Study, Act. And so basically, the plan part is to first identify what bugs you in your classroom. And for me, the very first bug that I had was my students were not talking at all. It was very quiet. I felt like I was doing all the talking. So that was going to be my change idea, was to see what I could do differently to get them to speak. So the first thing that we did was kind of came up with a plan, and the plan that we had was to implement contrasting cases from Harvard and have them work on identifying what and critiquing what the people who worked out problems had done incorrectly. And so basically they gave my students 4 different opportunities to look at different problems and see what they've done wrong, and then discuss that according to how they believe it should be done right. There were always 2 different cases given, and it could be one was right, one was wrong. It could be both were right or both were wrong. So they never really knew what they were going to be looking at. So they really had to look and dissect it and then talk about it. And I had them write their explanations. After the gathering of the data, we kind of looked at it with my small group and interpreted whether we thought this was making an improvement in their actual talking. And we found that even while they were explaining, that didn't necessarily carry over into the classroom. So we made some changes at that point in the study section, where we decided the next time we were going to do this, we would have them discuss it with a partner first and then do the writing portion. And at that point, we implemented a second cycle and did the same tests again with new problems. And at that point, we found that it started to carry over more into the class. Again, my PDSA was based on the lack of student discourse, and just for that one cycle that I did in the fall, I found that really carried through even to the rest of the school year, to where students were increasing the amount that they were talking about things, and they were using math talk to do that. It's been an amazing opportunity to be working on these sorts of things. I think a lot of the things that I benefited from were the discussions that I had with other teachers about the studies that I was doing. The first thing that I noticed was my data really wasn't showing any growth. And so I wasn't really afraid of the failure, because I knew that I was given an opportunity to go back and try something different. And I adapted what I was doing and got different results the second time. So it kind of releases you of the fear of failure and allows you to focus on making it better, so that you're increasing the student benefit. But I've learned different things about the students with each cycle that I've done. They more easily identify their own mistakes when they see them played out in solutions that others are doing. They're really more comfortable to talk about problems when they're given an opportunity to discuss their thoughts first with someone else. Then I find that they're more willing to share out in that case too. So that's how that initial cycle played out and carried out through the rest of the school year.